this video wasn't supposed to be about this. This originally I was planning to. I planned. Okay, today I planned yesterday. Today I was going to talk about my decision on Total War Pharaoh and if I'm going to buy it or not. But a lot has happened overnight, if you can't tell. So, Hyenas has been canceled. Now let's get everything. Let's just say the obvious. Thank fuck. No one wanted this game. Literally no one. Like, everyone I've heard did not care for it. No one cared for this game. It was going to be dead on arrival anyway. So the reason they canceled it was obviously like a prestige thing. Like, it would be better to cancel this game before releasing it, making a couple bucks and harming your reputation overall. That was why they canceled it, or that was my first thought. But it turns out this is a much deeper issue. Yes, it's good that this game that was going to be outright terrible is gone, but what does this mean for Creative Assembly and Sega as a whole? Because remember, Sega owns Creative Assembly. So about 3 hours ago on Twitter, Creative Assembly put out this post saying, "We have made the incredible difficult decision to begin a redundancy cancellation process in some processes I cannot read." Essentially, they're going to have to, some people are going to lose their jobs. They're going to try and prevent it. They're going to try and like move people around. They don't want to fire people, but in the end, stuff's going to happen, and their commitment is to the players and their projects. So all of a sudden, everything that has happened over the past 3 to 6 months, it all kind of makes sense now. The price raises, the increase in the DLCs, it doesn't explain everything. It doesn't explain the lack of communication and the lack of patches. I know. Well, actually, it might. Let's dig into this a little bit. Let's think about this. So, we know that there were a lot of people that were working on this. There were certainly a large amount of people, employees that were dedicated to this job. And we now know that because this game is canceled, all of those people are either going to be relocated to different parts of the company or just outright fired. So that's the sad part. In the end, people are going to lose their jobs. It may be a small amount, it may be a large amount, we don't know. But we should go and I feel sorry for all these creative employees. They are talented. They wanted to make a good game. They were put in a bad situation, and now they might lose their jobs. It's very unfortunate, and I feel very sorry. And we should, and if you could, maybe I don't know how we can support them, but like I'll look into it. We can figure out a way to support them. But that's just the surface. So you don't just cancel a game on the dime like that. This is something they've been planning. They've been planning to cancel Hyenas for a long time now. Everyone knew it was going to be bad. Everyone knew it was not going to go good. And now people are wondering what happens to Total War now, which is completely reasonable. Everyone is covering it. Everyone. So, what do we do? Where do we start? Well, I'm going to use this Terminator's video. Great Total War YouTuber, Terminator Gaming. His video, not mine. But we're going to go through some of the stuff he says about the contract and everything. So, on this part of the contract, on this part, this was released by Sega about a contract about like the company and what's happening right now. So in this first paragraph, I'll just let him do the talking. So basically this paragraph is about how COVID-19, economic downturn due to inflation, and how the business environment's changed. How much is, I don't know how much, I guess it's compared to 3 years ago when we had COVID, everyone was locked indoors. Yeah, in that regard, I do believe it has changed, and there's probably lower profit that's been made. But think about it. Sega knew they were going to cancel this game. They knew months in advance. They probably they might have not even told Creative Assembly, honestly. Otherwise, like, they would have already canceled a long time ago. So, you have all these people that have just lost their jobs, probably, which is very unfortunate. You have all this manpower that was used, and now we have Creative Assembly saying they have to fire people. This is bad, obviously. This is very, very bad. And here's the part that matters most. Let me see if I can find it. Let me find it. Let me find the article. Here it is. This from Legend of Total War's video. You can find the Sega Sammy's fiscal report, September 28th. This was just released. And if we go to Future Outlook, as a result of implementation of the structure reform described above in consumer area, about how they're making less money, all that, we expect to record losses of 14.3 billion yen for the fiscal year ending March 31st, 2024. Now, that's a lot of money. I don't know the exact translation, but you don't want to lose 14.3 billion yen. That's a lot of money to lose. So let's think about this. They knew months before that they were going to lose money. You could tell if you're going to lose money months or lose gain months before, unless something completely catastrophic changes. So they knew Hyenas was going to be dead on release. They canceled it. They knew they were losing money. So they don't want to lose, but they were probably on pace to lose more money. They were probably on pace to lose like 20 or 25 billion yen kind of thing. So what do? What do? They are losing money. How can they stop the bleeding? How can they slow it down or like lose less money? You increase the prices. You increase prices of DLC, something like The Forge of the Chaos Dwarves or Shadows of Chains. Now, I'm not 100% certain this is the reason, but it lines up. Company is losing money. They are going to cancel game coming out. They need to stop hemorrhaging money because the shareholders might back out. Some of them have already probably backed out. Increase DLC prices. People will buy. You don't need that many more people to buy it to make even more money, and you can make this number smaller. Instead of 20 billion, you only lose 14. Still not great, but it's less bad. It's not. It could have been a lot worse. And now I could be dead wrong here. Maybe CA has just completely lost their mind and they are just charging $25 for DLC. Maybe 30 is next. Maybe that's why they charge $60 for Pharoah, which is, for all intents and purposes, the size of a Saga game. Maybe that's why. But Sega owns them. And that's why they have charged the prices for this. They've increased prices. They want to stop the flow of money. And this is bad for everyone. It's bad for Sega because they've lost money. It's bad for the consumers because prices are up. It's bad for Creative Assembly because people are now losing their jobs and things are going to be shuffled around. We don't know what's going to happen to Total War. It could be this thing. It might be grim. I'm not going to say the company's going to go bankrupt because that's not going to happen. But where do you go from here? You gotta do a reset. Maybe that's what the next Total Wars be. Maybe Medieval 3 or Empire 2, whatever it is. Maybe that's going to be the big reset. But to be honest, I don't know. I'm not smart enough to figure out what's going on. Only the people who do all the executives, really, in Sega and Creative Assembly. It's really unfortunate. It really is. The thing I'm worried about most is, will they learn their lesson? Like, did Creative Assembly even want to make Hyenas? Was this something like, were they forced to do it? Like, did Sega come in and say, you have to make this game? Or else there'll be consequences? Like, I don't know. But all I know is the only people that aren't affected are the rich executives, and everyone else will suffer. The employees, the companies, the consumers, the Total War creators, anyone a fan of other Creative Assembly games. It's just, oh man. Which brings us to what's the future? I don't know. Maybe they learn their lesson, maybe they don't. In the end, this will be a turning point. Something's going to give after this. Something has give. The question is, what will be the ramifications? What will be the consequences? And only time will tell. It's sad. It really is. People have lost their jobs. That's the saddest part. I mean, no one cared about Hyenas, but like people worked on it. In the end, now because it's canceled, all those people have no jobs. It's very unfortunate. All right, to end the video off, I'm going to talk about, well, what this video was supposed to be about in the first place, Total War Pharoah, before all this crazy stuff happened 6 hours ago, just 8 hours ago. Now, I put a poll out. I put a poll out. Here, let me pull the poll. Where is the poll? Let me pull it up right here. So, rip Hyenas, you were never wanted and you will be forgotten. But what happens now? So, I put a poll out saying I had 20 votes here. Now this is a small sample size, but this is on par with all the other polls I've seen. 40% say I will never buy Sandy Game. 40% say I will wait 1 to 2 years, and 15% I will, but not full price. And one person says I'm buying Troy 2 or something. Okay, Pharoah. Is it the next big Total War? No. Are you kidding me? Are you really going to compare this to Rome, Three Kingdoms, Warhammer? Hell no. This game is not worth $60. However, it still looks fun. It does look like a fun game. I do like all the campaign mechanics. I'm interested in Egypt. I like ancient Egypt as a civilization. And I don't know, I'm just a fan of more traditional melee Total Wars. I do like gunpowder games, and I do think Napoleon and Fall of the Shogun are good. Fall of the Samurai. But nothing beats just... I'm interested in it, which is why I have bought this game. Not at full price, though. Not at this price. But I actually bought the Dynasty Edition. That's right. I'm now... No, you should not pay $91. $91. You should. I found a better deal. I got it for a much more reasonable. Now let's do some math here. Okay, let's say you buy this. So you're getting $60 for the game, and this is saying, oh, this is a 25% discount. They said 25. So the actual price is like $120. So by their logic, they are saying that the game is 60, each DLC is like 10, like the 3 faction pack DLCs are $15, no, $10, and then the campaign pack DLC is like 30. That's outrageous. So I got a deal where I got it for $80, which, if you think about it, is the equivalent of the game being at $40, each DLC being $5, and the campaign pack DLC being $15. That's $80 is still quite a lot of money, but it's not $91 or $120. The point is, I like Pharoah. I understand I'm in a very small minority, and there are plenty of good reasons why people don't like this game. I like the time period. Now I could still refund this game. The early access weekend is coming out. I am going to try and live stream it. I don't know if I will be able to due to family complications, but if they don't arise, I will live stream myself on Saturday playing Total War Pharoah. And I'll give it a test. I'll do Ramesses. I'll play 60 turns. Well, maybe not all 60, but you get the point. And I'll see if I'm interested in it. Are the battles really as bad as they say? Even though I've literally talked with CA Sophia members on the Discord, and they said like this build is an older build, and they have made improvements to battles. So this isn't even the launch build. It's like, I don't know, a month old. I don't know how many changes you can make in a month, but that's not the point. The point is, I'm gonna stream it, and I'll test, and come and watch me stream. It'll be fun. So thank you everyone for watching the future of Total War. I hope it doesn't. Total War is it's so fun, but like, who knows what's gonna happen next. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you possibly Saturday. I have no idea. Hopefully, things will get better. The things will get worse before they get better. That's the way I see it.